Right then guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Today we are on for another dad reviews. I finally managed to get him down to the unit to check out the E21 and the 930 Turbo because it's been a while since he's been down here and I'm just very excited for him to see this car. Annoying that the days and the nights, they're all starting to draw in, so I'm hoping that it's going to stay light outside for the rest of this video. But yeah, it's exciting. It's his first experience in the 930 since I bought it. Can you believe that? We lost a whole year. Oh wait, we have. Right, we are back in business, back in the garage. To be honest, Dad, I thought it was a nice little switch up of event. What do you think?
I think it looks great. I love the floor, I love the lights. I think it's completely transformed from the shed that we had when we started.
I know, it's mad, isn't it, considering like, I'll put a little like clip if I've got it of what this used to look like, but now,
no, it looks great. It's befitting the cars that go in it.
Yeah.
Two beautiful cars.
Yeah,
and they've got a proper surrounding now.
This essentially just gets my cars off your drive because at the end of the day, I was just taking up space. To a point, really, where I was like, this is taking the piss. I can't actually leave these cars at my dad's place any longer. So that was why I had to get this unit here, which I'm actually really happy with. Although it's kind of full of all the things that were at my flat originally, but that's fine. Gosh, you've known this car since I was 21, 29 now. It's 8 years.
8 years,
Do you remember when I went to go get it?
I do, and it came back on the trailer, and it had the stock wheel. Well, it was a stock car, wasn't it?
Completely stock. You didn't believe me. I said, Dad, trust me, this is going to be a showstopper. And you were like, I don't think it is, but do you know what, Beck?
I mean, I'd had experience of this Model 3 Series when your mum had one, and it fought me the entire time. Yeah, changing the suspension bits practically took my finger off, and it was just a pain in the bum. Well,
look, actually we're getting closer and closer to this being taken into Latham's unit, and we're actually gonna put the 1.8 in it. It's 1.6 now. It's actually easier.
With Vega carburetors, or
yeah, twin 45s. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
it's just
1.8 carburetors.
Just really nice and revvy.
Exhaust. Just tidy it, make it skim the head, and do all the old school tuning bits.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe put a cam in it. Yeah,
I mean, if you want it to be really racy, then yeah. But I just want, and I'm going to change.
It's just a half race cam. You just need to be too crazy.
I'm going to change the steering wheel on this car as well.
Are you?
Yeah, I've had a suede one in this car. I really like it better. I get sweaty mitts, and it just sort of, that's a show wheel really. It's polished, but I'll keep it obviously.
Yeah,
I know you like it. But today, anyway, is all about this car. So this, obviously, got it in 2020. Was it 2020?
Like an old person, doesn't know which year.
Ah, stop. Honestly, it's the same. Chronic. Just got it back from Williams Crawford because we were chasing an oil leak, which apparently is very normal for these things, but it was behind the timing chain, so they had to drop the engine on it again, and just, basically, it's just an annoying job that needed to be sorted. Because I didn't want to see this thing go up in flames because it was actually dropping straight onto the exhaust, which is nice and hot when you're driving. So this is actually the first time you'll have been out in this car.
Yes.
Not by design, it's just, I guess we're always just so busy.
Yeah, finding the time, we're both busy.
What do you think of it?
I think, I've never been a particularly Porsche fan.
Yeah. You're always like American muscle stuff, weren't you?
Yeah, but this is, if you're going to have a Porsche, this is the one to have.
Yeah. With
the wide arches and the whale tail. It's genuinely a supercar.
Do you remember these back in the 80s? Like
an appreciating asset. And it's the kind of car that people had pictures of these things on the wall. Now I didn't. I had Dodge Chargers and stuff like that on the wall.
I mean, ultimately, engineering-wise,
it's good investment as well.
Oh, big time. To be honest, it's actually blown my mind. The used car market at the minute is mental. I've had people offering me silly money for this now, and I pay.
And with this move towards nuclear and coal-fired cars, aka electric cars.
It's a dig. And Dad, this car's called the Widowmaker because obviously old school turbo, a lot of lag. Also, rear-wheel drive, rear engine. The weight's all at the bias to the rear. So, these they are slightly terrifying sometimes.
I have to say, putting the engine right out at the back, it does have a pendulum effect. The fact that you could get power off oversteer.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. It's literally lift off oversteer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's a peach. Love the wheels.
The big tyres and everything. Say mismatch. The fact that you've got a lot of mechanical grip at the back will balance the car.
Look, you have to be forthright with it. At the end of the day, you can't let it drive you. You've got to drive it.
You have to drive it steadily.
You're about to say steadily.
But you drive it within itself.
Yeah.
And it's like every car. You can get into trouble with pretty much any vehicle if you drive it incorrectly.
But do you know what, Dad? Like whenever I walk in here and I see these two cars, I feel happy. It's my happy place in here. You know, like your old garage at home. Yeah. It's just I look at these things and I'm like, this is what it's all for. This is why we did what we did.
This is an icon. This vehicle is an icon. It says handling and power and motorsport and quality and all the good things in life. And
you're so
well
cute.
done. I think it's well done you getting one.
Thanks,
it's
Dad.
an achievement just to get a car like this.
I bloody love it. Because I think one of the best things about this car is the way the engine sounds. Like, I forget that it's on the other side.
Yeah. I quite like having a left-hand drive vehicle. I
Yeah.
have several of them, as you know.
You in? Seatbelts here. piece. What do you think?
I think it's an animal in the nicest sense of the word. It's alive. It smells nice.
Yeah, it's very. I always think it smells
of oil, and it smells of petrol.
Huh? So I've just spent ages chasing an oil. It's like it smells like oil.
Well, but it's.
No, I know what you mean. It's got very much that old school smell. Yeah. It does burn oil. They all burn oil. Like just a little bit.
Like a steam engine because it smells nice.
Yeah.
This is the kind of car. It's got a heart. It's not just it is efficient, but it's not just an efficient piece of carrying you around the roads.
No, like it's got spirit.
It's got life. It's very nice. I think it's you've done well.
Thanks, Dad.
And you've got a good one. And I think it's nice and tight. It's in good condition, and it goes like stink. I mean, when we were up to the speed limit earlier.
I know. I think this is becoming like a running joke now, isn't it? When we were up to the speed limit earlier. Right, well that's it. If you had to review it, what's your out of 10?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
9.5.
Where's the 0.5? Because he doesn't really like 911.
0.5 because I don't own it.
He's being dead polite. Right, guys, thanks so much as always. We're heading out to Russia next for the final round of RDS. That's all very stressful because there's 4 championship contenders, so James could win the championship, so I'm just having my miniature heart attacks. And some very, very exciting news. We're so close to being able to tell you what I've been up to with a certain brand online, which is all very good. It's all going to be worth it in the end, but I think right now I need to go and sleep for the next 2 days. But Dad, thanks for joining us on the channel once more. Bless you. Okay, bye. Bye. We'll see you guys super duper soon. Take care. See you later. Bye.